Hey guys, I hope you're all doing good. It would not be a back to school video without a giant pile of laundry next to me, and you guys, I promise you that that's just the corner of the pile of laundry. Okay, so I'm sorry that there was a huge gap between my last two curriculum videos. If you can tell in my throat, we have this weird cold thing that's been going on for like the last, sorry, 3 or 4 weeks. I don't know. I don't want to know. Ignorance is bliss. If you guys are feeling what I'm putting out there, we got a cold and it just won't go away. So we're just working through it, but needless to say, it's gone through our whole family. And so it took a toll. And of course, I really was feeling under the weather the first week that we started school and the week beforehand. So I was trying to prep while I was feeling like crap, and you know, it's the way that it goes. It's the way that it goes. All right, so the last curriculum video that I shared with you guys was my 4th graders curriculum. Today I'm gonna be sharing with you what my 5th graders curriculum is. Like I mentioned in that video, I really don't like saying 4th grade, 5th grade, because especially being a homeschooling family, if you guys homeschool, you can relate that sometimes our kids are in different levels. They may be above their grade level in a certain subject, but might be below their grade level in another subject. And so they just are what they are. Fiona just turned 11. And so this is all that my 11-year-old is doing this year. We are finishing up curriculum from last year. We tend to school year round. And so we've got a little bit that we're finishing up from last year because she started a different level like halfway through last year. And so I'm gonna share with you guys, I'll mention what she's doing right now, what she's finishing up, and then what she's going into. Today's video is also in partnership with The Good and the Beautiful. I'm always so thankful to work with them on content here for my channel, as well as utilizing their curriculum in my own homeschool. All of the links to everything will be down in the description. So starting off with our morning time independent work, Fiona is doing actually level 6 handwriting from The Good and the Beautiful. Her handwriting book is currently downstairs, and I didn't think about it until I sat down to film. She's doing level 6. So she is doing cursive, and I can't say enough about the handwriting penmanship courses from The Good and the Beautiful. All my kids love them. I use them for all my kids, even down to my pre-K kindergartner. They have the little doodles books and they really enjoy them. So she is continuing on with that, but she's doing level 6 this year for that. I am also doing, where is that book? I mentioned this with Ezra's. She is doing the Thinking Tree Lifeskills activity book. Fiona is really interested in laundry and doing the dishes and just kind of household stuff around the house. She's really wanting to help out and wanting to master those skills. And so I found this book, and actually one of you guys told me that the author of this book leads the co-op that you're a part of, which is very cool. Very, very cool. But there is a ton of other books on the back of this that are offered through the same either publisher or author. I have not looked into any of those other books, so I can't speak firsthand about them, but they all look pretty cool. This one in particular has an activity every day, and it goes over everything from first aid, laundry, sewing, conversing on the phone, writing a thank you note, meal planning, starting a small business, food storage, table manners and etiquette, changing a light bulb, apologizing, using a tape measure, just, I mean, honestly, life skills. So she will be doing a couple of these every week, and so will Ezra, depending on what the lesson is. So that is that. Another separate unit that I'm doing with Fiona this year is the Maturation and Sexual Reproduction unit from The Good and the Beautiful. I was hunting for this in all of my curriculum, and it was because I was looking for the original, the one with the original artwork on the front of it, and I was thrown for a loop because I forgot that they had redone it, they'd updated it, and so this is the brand new cover of the latest edition of this. But I'm really excited to do this with her. I plan to do this unit in the winter. I also plan on doing a flip through of this unit. They don't share a ton of this. They don't advertise this a ton just because of the subject matter, but I do plan on sharing a video on this updated unit on my channel. So if that's something that you'd be interested in seeing, comment down below. I'm really excited to see how this unit, like how it works going through this unit with my oldest daughter. We have already had the talk, but it's been very surface level because I knew that we were gonna sit down and have a designated time to be able to really go through it. From those of you that have done the maturation unit in the past, I know Ashley over on Grace and Grit has shared the original maturation unit. She's flipped through it and shared her experience with it in maybe I think a couple videos, but so many of you guys have just said great things about it. So I'm really excited to do this with my oldest this year. And like I said, she just turned 11. So I feel like now is a really good and appropriate time to start getting more into detail and having those conversations with her. So next is language arts. Fiona is finishing up language arts level 4 from the Good and the Beautiful, and then we will be going into the level 5 course book. This specific level I think is, I don't know, way cooler than some of the other ones, if I'm being honest. It's got some different stuff. It's got the geography and grammar cards. So one thing that we need to remember when we're talking about the Good and the Beautiful's language arts is that it's not just a language arts curriculum. Honestly, it goes over so much more than that. You're touching on geography, you're touching on historical people, on artists, on composers, on poetry, on artwork. So many different pieces come together to form this curriculum. Because sometimes we can think we need to fit in poetry, we need to fit in geography, we need to fit in an art study, we need to fit in all this different stuff, but we forget that's why we chose the Good and the Beautiful. That's why one of the reasons why I chose the Good and the Beautiful to begin with is because it already has it all in there for you, and what a beautiful thing that that is. And so this specific level has the geography and grammar cards, as well as this cute little box that has all of the books in it. I do believe that I shared this updated version on my channel, so if I did share it in a specific video, I will link it up here for you so you can go and watch that if you'd like more of an in-detail look at this specific level. But it comes with 4 of the books that correlate with this unit, and that is Chico of the Andes, The Clockmaker's Son, Marjorie, and Captured Words. And this specific unit is cool because it comes with watercolor around the world. So this is a whole, they've got watercolor sheets that you can use that correlate with the lessons. So there's lessons in here where you'll have 12 separate projects that you get to do with this unit. So like I said, you guys, it's definitely not just a textbook of grammar and phonics and how to write a paragraph. No, it definitely just involves so much more. So I'm really excited to use this specific level with her. I will say that I was really impressed at the transition from level 3 to 4 in how they gradually get your child ready to be more independent as a learner and as a student, so that when they get to level 4, they're pretty much independent and you're checking in on them and looking over stuff. But my kids have used the Good and the Beautiful's language arts since they were very little, I mean, that was the first thing that they used. Pre-K, they started with the Good and the Beautiful. So I can vouch for the fact that it really does prepare you. It sets those building blocks as you continue on through the levels. They build upon each other, and it makes it just this very organic, natural transition from one level to the next, and then from more of your parent-led learning to then more of being an independent student and feeling capable of being able to do the lessons on their own. So that is the level 5 from the Good and the Beautiful. If you watched my last curriculum video for my 4th grader, I shared that my 4th grader and my 5th grader both do math together. And so I did go a little bit more into detail about the level 4 from the Good and the Beautiful's math. This level is the first level with the lessons on video, and so that is really exciting. We are finishing up the end of last year's curriculum, and then we're going to be starting in on this and the kids are very excited. The less that they have to listen to mom talk and the more opportunity for them to be able to watch a screen, they are all for it. So I am taking full advantage of that this year, and I'm really excited that that will be offered with this specific level. So these are all her independent subjects. She also does do a worksheet, scripture writing in the morning, as well as a gratitude journal as her part of her independent work, and also typing. The Good and the Beautiful offers a typing curriculum, and so if that's something that interests you, I'll link that down below. I have shared a video on the typing curriculum itself, so if you're interested in seeing that, I will link that for you as well. As a side note, all of our science and history, Bible time, any of those extra electives or unit studies that we choose to do, we do as a family and for group learning, and so I didn't include those in their specific level curriculum videos because we do it as a family. So I am planning on having a video sharing with you guys what our morning time looks like, and in our morning time, that is when I do all of our group learning. So be sure to subscribe if you're not already, and watch out for that video because I'm going to be sharing all of that with you guys in a video coming up here soon. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks again to the Good and Beautiful for working with me on today's video. I hope that you guys are off to a great new school year, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.